Hey everybody, welcome back to the OK Modeler channel. My name is Gary and we are working on the USS New Jersey. This is number 4, and today I'm going to be working on the 05 through 07 level funnel area thing here. So I'm not sure exactly the correct name, but all I know it is decks 05 through 07 here. And this is where the first chimney sits right over here. Let me go ahead. So the reason I'm working on this is, well, my funnel needs a place to sit on. One of the things I had to work on before I started filming was this piece, the two pieces were warped. So I had this section here kind of warped out like that. So I just dipped it in some hot water and bent it into its place, and looks good. So let's go ahead and start removing these molded ladders. All right, anything that will have the ladders molded onto this particular part here, parts are no longer here. Not too worried about some of the gashes I made right here. The ladder's going to go ahead and get those covered up. So let's go ahead and get glue in here. All right, I got the two pieces cemented or glued together. I'm going to go ahead and let this glue set in for the night before I work on trying to remove these seams here. A lot of things to do. I'll probably need to putty this over, since that's going to get this. I think there's going to be a stair right there, and that's not going to cover that hole right here. You see the seam lines over here and on the back. Got a lot of work to do on this one here. Got that one up front. Do my best to try to get that removed. So let's go ahead and let this puppy sit for the rest of the night. All right, so while we wait for that to dry, so cut this part of the conning tower here. I believe this is level, let's see here, 5, 6, did I say 5? 5, 6, 7, 8, I think 8 through 10. I'll have to double check on that. But we'll just go ahead and remove these sprue parts off, or here. All right, let's get this conning tower glued up. All right, we'll go ahead and let this dry and carefully work on the seams once it's fully cured. All right, so earlier today I painted or not painted, but used the cement to cover the seam areas to go ahead and get those sanded. And then I just added the putty on here to cover that hole on that specific part. So I'm going to go ahead and start sanding at least this side to get rid of the seams, and then maybe tomorrow I'll work on that. So I'm going to go ahead and start sanding. All right, so this part of the conning tower is going to be a little more difficult because of don't want to lose these piping details right here, because I don't want to put a new one on here. So, because I'm lazy, so I'll just be careful working on that. I'll have to probably use thinner sticks on this section here. So I'm not too concerned about making this seam line go away, since the going to be a tower or some sort of main mast. That's what it is. It's going to cover this area, so it'll be okay. So let's go ahead and just sand this portion of the conning tower here. Okay, after a couple days of sanding and filling, here's the results of the funnel. Not too bad. It shows a little seam here, but I think the paint will cover that up. Fill this hole here per the instructions. I went a little too aggressive on the sanding, and I rounded out the edges on right here, if you can see it. You do a little more sanding, but I've been working on it for quite some time, but I'm just not able to fill this gap. So I'm just gonna go and say I'm not going to work on it. It's fine. We'll just totally ignore that part now. Here is more sanding that I've done. Seams have pretty much disappeared for the most part. So next step, I'm gonna, one of the things I've noticed on the Ponto set, that the doors, they don't have doors for this part here. So I ended up harvesting some of the doors from my old New Jersey kit, which is right there. So I'm gonna just go ahead and glue one here and one on the other side. And there's one that goes here and on the other side as well. Might as well just start harvesting some parts on the old ship. And then I also did cut out the PE parts for this one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on that. The night before of this filming, I did spend about, I don't know, 40 minutes getting these ladder rungs to their proper position here. If we can try to get this to focus a little more. Let me go get some Let's see here. There we go. Initially they come out flat, so I had to get a razor blade and just move them up and get the tweezers to get them lined up properly. So here we go. That took a little while to get both of those done. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply a couple of these photo etched ladders to this here, and we're getting one step closer. All right, the ladders have been glued in on the 0507 level of the New Jersey. Added the doors here. They look okay. I'll have to say they're still a lot better having this than the molded doors, which show no detail whatsoever. You know, I thought this would be just a quick one here, but it just seems like a lot of work to get these rungs put in. They look crooked. They didn't look crooked when I worked on these rungs last night. I'm just gonna have to say it is what it is. So right now, the next one, I'm gonna go ahead and put the railing on here. It doesn't mention on the Pontos instruction what number the railing is, but I believe it's number 417 for those who want to build this ship in the future here. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that railing, and I'll be right back. All right, I got the railing on for this section of the 0507 part here. I know I got a glob of glue right here, which I admit I'm not an expert on the distribution of super glue application. So if you have any suggestions, maybe I'll use a toothpick next time, or if you have a tool that you use, let me know. Put it down in the comments. I appreciate that. But I think these railings are pretty easy to put on. These little tabs right here kind of helps. It's a lot easier than trying to put a trail of glue on the edge, like on the edge of here, and then trying to put your fencing on here, but or railing. But it doesn't look too bad. The bend is quite unique because the corner is a little beveled, so you don't completely do a whole bend here. But anyways, I like the progress of how it's looking so far, and I'm gonna just keep working on getting this part done here, or this section of the New Jersey done here pretty soon. We're getting close. All right, so I got the stairs on here and the door, and that wasn't too bad. I wasn't able to film all this because this particular part, I had a couple issues with it. One of the hand railings broke off, so on the back right there, and so I had to kind of glue that into place. Made it a little hard, and then also getting these stairs to fold out, yeah, it took some time. Didn't want to film that and bore you guys, since this episode's probably already boring, but if you guys are still awake and made it through this whole thing, I appreciate that. Got the door on here. So this 0507 section is now complete. A little rough sanding there. And then I also completed the conning tower here, well, part of it. This is, we've got the horn put in, the doors on both sides here. And then I also glued in the ECM compartments that makes the New Jersey unique compared to the sister ships. It's kind of odd, but it looks different. If you ever want, here's what the Iowa would look like here compared to the New Jersey. The Iowa's got the little wind screens here. I'm not sure, wind deflectors, I think that's what they called it. And then the shape on the Missouri, Wisconsin, and Iowa have this as their, I think they call this the ECM compartment as well. And the New Jersey is a little different. So this is what this section looks like. Let me go ahead and add the funnel on here. Give you guys an idea how it looks right now. So I'll try not to have this slide off my box here. So far so good. I didn't expect that this 0507 section and then going up took a lot of work on here, especially the photo etch parts right here, which kind of looks weird in the light, but I think that's the shadow. Yeah, there it is. I just want to let everyone know I didn't work on this deck. I only put that on here so I can protect the staircase right here on the 0507 level here. So I'm going to go ahead and call this episode complete. If you have any comments, questions, or any sort of feedback, please list them below in the comments section. And if you haven't, please smash that like button. And also, if you haven't, also please subscribe to this channel, and you can continue seeing this progress of this New Jersey build. Until then, thank you for watching, and I will see you all on the next episode.